Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? All right, let me just start with the reaction question. I mean, 2:55, so 3:55 Eastern, you see Schefter's tweet, your reaction.
I got it right at that time. We have been watching, been in contact with the Falcons and in contact with his agent, David Mulligetta, and we're, expecting, just checking in because it was our deadline was 4 o'clock for our print product. We can push to 6. So, my editor called and checked in with me. And I said, hey, we're probably just laying low here till Sunday or to Tuesday. And so forth, but we were still on high alert. So, we had our story ready and put it up and so forth. To make sure we were, have something in the print edition tomorrow. The reaction's been, one of, okay, what do we do now with Matt? Is Matt mad?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's that's where we're at here in Atlanta.
Was there a strong feeling that Deshaun Watson was going to come home?
Not really. I mean, not from the initial part. I mean, we said right off the bat, hey, the Falcons are only in this to drive up the price for somebody else. They can't really get them. They can't give up 3 number ones, and they got a $60 million quarterback sitting here. So a whole lot of stuff had to happen for him to come here. He'd have been here with no receivers, no line, no pass rush. And it just didn't make good football sense that the Falcons were even in this thing. So, but they made a presentation. He asked for them to get in it. They got in it. And, now he's getting $230 million from Cleveland. So it worked to perfection for as far as Deshaun's concerned.
Yeah, we said here Atlanta would have been strictly an emotional play, right? If he just was desperate to go home, that would have made sense. But it didn't make sense from a lot of other angles like you just spoke about. So let's talk about some of the logistics, because Atlanta did restructure Matt Ryan's contract, presumably to make room for Deshaun Watson. So what did that do financially to the Falcons by restructuring Matt Ryan?
No, they did it before they got involved with Deshaun, and it was to create $12 million in space for this year, but they never filed it with the league. Because if they were going to trade for Deshaun, they needed to trade on the old contract. So, and they delayed this bonus and so forth. So, it's kind of complicated stuff,
sure.
Cap stuff. But the old contract was better for trading. And the new contract, it means he's going to be here with 3 voidable years through 26. So that's a big shift in how you're going to handle Matt Ryan moving forward.
So Matt Ryan, do you expect Matt Ryan to be the Falcons starting quarterback in 2022?
Yes, I do. I never thought that they felt that the quarterback was available this year. They had to listen to Deshaun. They don't like the rookies in the draft pool. They passed on Justin Fields and Mac Jones last year when they were sitting at number 4. They're sitting at number 8. They're going to have a chance to pick Pickett or Willis or Corral, whichever one you think's the best guy. But they have so many needs. I was told by Arthur Smith in London before they were, getting ready to play in London that, hey, the plan is to build out the team like the Chiefs did, and then we'll go get the quarterback later. And when the quarterback's ready to play, we'll already be ready to contend for the title. They want to do it like the Chiefs did. They built the team out, went and got Mahomes, set Mahomes, and then when he was ready to play, they traded Alex Smith. So that's what they wanted to do. And the Watson thing came out of nowhere. They weren't originally pursuing him. They were asked to get in. They got in. They didn't get him. Matt was a trooper about it. And so, they were pretty much brought in as a pawn to help drive up the price for Cleveland and the other teams that were trying to seriously get him.
What an interesting turn as this has all gone along. What are the biggest needs? A couple more minutes with D. Orlando Ledbetter of the AJC. on Twitter at DOrlandoAJC. What right now stand as the biggest needs for the Falcons remaining in free agency in the draft?
Linemen on both sides of the ball. They can't block, they can't pass protect, and they can't rush the passer, and they can barely stop the run. So there we go. They got to get bigger and better up front on
those
both
are some
sides
problems,
of the ball.
man. It's hard to win with those issues.
Yeah, those are pretty major issues and so forth. So we'll see how they address those in the upcoming draft.
Was there ever a concern? Because I tell you from my perspective and our perspective here with Deshaun Watson, yes, you desperately wanted a player of that caliber, but as disappointed as we are that Deshaun Watson isn't going to be a Saint, we're equally relieved he's not going to be a Falcon because you'd hate to play that guy twice a year. Was there any of that thought in Atlanta about the possibility of Watson ending up in New Orleans?
Oh, yeah, no question about it. You know, the rivalry is what it is. It's the number one rivalry in the South. A lot of been neglected for years, but during the Sean Payton era against Mike Smith, first, then later Dan Quinn, you know, the games were always entertaining and close. You know, Saints won most of them, but it was always a battle. A lot of one-score games over that time. So they didn't want to, you know, both teams are transitioning from both of those eras. The Falcons don't have their quarterback of the future, and they're trying to build a team. And the Saints don't really have theirs unless you consider Jameis the quarterback of the future. So they got to try to get him. And, you know, they almost made the playoffs last year. So, yeah, they definitely didn't want to lose out to the Saints. It would have been a double whammy if Deshaun ended up in New Orleans and the Saints had the clear upper hand in the rivalry for the next, 10 years as things stand right now.
Man, it is never boring in the NFL. Man, you thought you were going to have just a relaxing little weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, I was going to watch some games, eat some lemon pepper wings with Lou Williams maybe, and enjoy some games. But we're working here this weekend.
Well, we appreciate you for taking the call as always and for your time, man. Have a great weekend. We'll be in touch.
All right, Matt. You take care. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.